All right, that first pitch is a ball. Here we are. Softball fans, it is fall ball time. We've got a fun game here between the 14U CNY Monsters Green, who are in green, against the CNY Monsters White, who are in black. It makes sense, trust me. This is Ainsley leading off for the CNY Monsters White team. It is 1 ball and 1 strike for her here in the first inning. Yeah, it's called strike 2, 1 ball and 2 strikes. We got Chevy on the mound for the green team. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Ainsley. Changeup goes high, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The white team is led by Coach Travis, and the green team by Coach Dave. Chevy deals, and that is in there. Strike 3. Down looking goes Ainsley. And we have 1 out here in the top of the first inning. That'll bring up Haley. That's in there. Call strike 1. 1 ball, or no balls and 1 strike. That's in there. Strike 2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Take something off. It bounces. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, 1-2 pitch from Chevy. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 3. Down goes Haley. So with 2 outs, that brings up Joanne. First pitch to Joanne in there. Call strike 1. Chevy deals. That one skips across the plate. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Joanne. Oh, and she swings. Completed play at first, and 1, 2, 3 go the white team. So that'll do it for the white team as they go down in order. And coming up, it'll be the green team. And hopefully by the time they get up to bat, I'll have their lineup written down. We'll be back. All right. Leading off for the green team, it is Maddie. First pitch to Maddie. Ground ball goes to second. Throw over to first. Does not happen as that ball gets bobbled. And Maddie reaches on an E4. We got a runner at first for Hannah. Strike one, and the throw down to second is thrown into the outfield. And Maddie gets up and she trots her way down to third. So we got a runner on third and one strike on Hannah. So I have a solid connection to the internet now. Thank you to whoever is watching. But was troublesome a moment ago, so we'll see. We'll do the best we can. That pitch is high, ball one on Hannah. 1 ball, 1 strike on Hannah. Maddie at third. No outs, bottom of the first inning. Scoreless here in whatever town we're in. That pitch low, bounces, that gets away. Is it going to be a play at the plate? There is not. And the green team takes a 1-0 lead here on this beautiful autumn day. What an absolute gorgeous day it is. 2 balls, 1 strike on Hannah. 1-0, green team leads. That's in there. Call strike two. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Hannah. That pitch outside, 3-2. A little low and outside on Hannah. Here's the payoff pitch to Hannah. Oh, and she fouls that one off her leg. It's a good thing she's a big, tough woman. No outs, 1 run in. Here's the 3-2 to Hannah. Oh, and Hannah drills this one to third. Scooped up by the third base player. Throw over is dropped at first. Hannah is safe at first base. Hannah reaches on an E3. That brings up Riley True to the plate. First pitch to Riley. And it jumps off first, and she goes, taking second base, and she is in there as that ball goes into center field, gets away from the center fielder. Hannah's going to hustle down to third, and there is no throw there. Hannah with a stolen base and an error puts her at third. And I do believe it is 1-0 on Riley. Here's the 1-0 to Trude. Changeup goes high. Ball 2, 2-0. Hannah stays put at third. Hey, and we're back on the internet. I will upload a clean copy of this when I get home tonight. That one misses 3-0 to Riley Trude. Riley will have the green light here. Is the 3-0 runner on third, 1-0. And Riley rips this one. Oh, and that ball apparently hit Hannah in fair territory, so she is out. Riley gets first base. So it's a single for Riley. One out. That brings up Chevy to the plate. Ball's low and in the dirt. Riley jumps off first base. Ball one to Chevy. That pitch is high. Ball two. 2-0 on Chevy. Two balls and no strikes on Chevy. And that one is fouled off. 2-1. This is Joanne on the mound for the white team. It's a big swing and a miss by Chevy. Two balls, two strikes, and one out for Chevy. Sits on that one, pops this up, foul territory, and the catcher is not going to be able to get to it. That's Ainsley behind the plate for Joanne. Two balls and two strikes again to Chevy. Riley at first, one out, 1-0. Green team leads. A pitch from Joanne outside, ball three, 3-2 for Chevy. There's a payoff pitch, and Chevy sends this one out into center field. First step back, goes forward. So Chevy pops out to center field. And there are two outs for the green team. They do have one run in, and Riley's at first. Here is Ella Persigen. First pitch to Ella misses, ball one. And pitch low, foul. Strike one, one ball and one strike on Ella. Here's the 1-1 to Ella. Changeup sits on it. Ball is dropped, and Riley goes to second. Ball is thrown into the outfield again. So it's two balls, one strike, two outs. Runner at second for Ella Precision. And one bounces across the plate, ball three. That's going to get far enough away from Ainsley that Riley's going to be able to take third on that. So at third now, 3-1 on Ella. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. Ball is gets away from Ainsley, and Riley's going to come home and score. And so Riley comes in to score. 2-0 green team. So nobody on, full count, 2 outs. Ella fouls that one off her leg. We'll do the 3-2 again. Here's a payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball gets by Ainsley. Ella is going to hustle down and is safe at first base. So with the runner on first, that brings up Liv. First pitch to Liv is a ball. That pitch is in the dirt. Ainsley gets up throwing. And she is safe at second base. Ella Precision with a stolen base. Here's the 2-0 to Liv. Runner at second. And that is fouled off of Liv's foot. 2 balls and 1 strike. That pitch is drilled right at the shortstop. She drops it, picks this ball up, throw to first is not in time. Safe at first is Liv, and that's why you always run it out. So Liv reaches on an E6. Ella goes to third. And that'll bring up Lizzie to the plate. First pitch to Lizzie gets away from Ainsley, and Ella comes home to score as Liv takes second base. And the green team now leads by a score of 3-0. There's the pitch. That one's high. Ball 2, 2-0. Two balls and no strikes on Lizzie. You got Liv on second. Ella already came in to score. Lizzie fires out one down third base line. It looked like Coach Dave doing a split in the air, a little double Lutz, I think. Strike one on Lizzie. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Lizzie. And that is a ground ball up the middle and through to center field. That'll be an RBI single for Lizzie. So the green team leads 4-0 here with 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. Here's Dan-Dalin. Estelle lays down a punt, and it's a beauty of a punt. Throw over to first is dropped, and that's going to allow Lizzie to go all the way to third. And there's Estelle dropping bunts and beating out throws. That'll bring up Mackenzie. Mackenzie shows bunt, pulls back, called strike 1. Estelle takes off for second base. Runners at second and third now for Big Mac. That pitch is high. Mackenzie swings at it anyway and fouls it back and out of play. Perhaps if she brought the 6-foot ladder instead of the little step stool, she would have got that one. No balls and 2 strikes on Mackenzie. Here's the 0-2 to Big Mac. Change up, misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That pitch is inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Bottom of the first. Monsters green team leads by a score of 4-0. Pitch from Joanne, ground ball to third, fielded by the third base player. Throw to first is in time for out number 3. So 5-3 goes the putout, but the green team doing some damage, picking up 4 runs in the bottom of the first inning. And after 1 inning of play, they lead the white team by a score of 4-0. Coming up to bat for the white team, it's Olivia, Jaylee, and Maya N. All 2 up. All right. As promised, here is Olivia. First pitch from Chevy to Olivia. Swung on. Ground ball. First base side is foul. Strike one. Pitch is inside. Ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike. That's in there. Call strike two. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Change up inside. Ball two. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Chevy on Olivia here in the top of the second inning. That one misses outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's the payoff pitch from Chevy. That bounces ball 4. Olivia's going to hustle down to first base. So it's a leadoff walk for the white team, and that brings up Jay Lee. That pitch is in there. Call strike one. That pitch is hot. Oh, nope, no, it is not high. That is strike two. Who am I to judge? No balls and 2 strikes. Chevy gets her pitch from the coach. That one bounces behind Jay Lee. Throw over to first. Oh, tag is not made. One ball and 2 strikes on Jay Lee. And ball's outside, 2-2. That one is swung on and fouled off. We'll do the 2-2 pitch again. Olivia was off and running. Just getting her steps in. Pitch from Chevy bounces and hits her. We got runners at first and second. So runners at first and second with no outs. And in steps Maya N. A swing and a miss by Maya. 0-1. She shows bunt. Does not go. 1-1. Not go. 2-1 now. That one is Fouled off. 2 balls and 2 strikes. One almost landed on Maya's back. Had that happen after she left the batter's box, she'd be out. 2 balls and 2 strikes, no outs, 2 on. Runners at first and second. Pitch is high, ball 3, 3-2. Here's the 3-2. That bounces ball 4, and the bases are loaded for Gabby. So bases loaded for Gabby. That's in there, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 from Chevy. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Pitch inside, ball 1. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Chevy. High, 2-2. So the bases are loaded. We got a walk, a hit by pitch, and a walk. So Chevy's gotten herself into this one. Chevy's working on getting herself out. Here's the 2-2. Oh, to hit her. She almost fell down like a house of cards. Caught her. She jumped out of the way. It caught her on the leg. She wasn't sure how to react. So that is a run scored. Losing my power. So Olivia crosses the plate. Jaylee to third. Maya and the second. And Gabby takes first after that hit by pitch. That brings up Maya S. That pitch is in there. Strike 1. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. What's going on? She commits on that one. Strike 3. So 1 out, bases loaded, 1 in. Here is I couldn't read Coach Travis's handwriting. That's in there for a strike. Her name starts with an S. I mean an E. It's ES. Oh my goodness. 0-1 from Chevy. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. She is down. Strike 3. So 2 outs now, and that brings up Eden. First pitch to Eden popped up, and that is just out of my reach. Strike one. So no balls and one strike on Eden. That pitch misses, ball one. There's a big swing and a miss. Strike two. One ball and two strikes on Eden. Runner's going, and she is tagged out at home. So they tried to sneak Jaylee in. She is caught stealing 1-2 for out number 3. So we'll see Eden at to bat again next inning. The white team's able to squeak one run across in their half of the second inning. Coming up in the bottom of the second with a 4-1 lead is the green team. We'll have G, Brielle, McCarthy, and then top of the order coming up. All right, there's a big swing and a miss by G. I pitch low and inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. So 2 balls and 1 strike on G. Well, that one sails high in the air. So 3 balls and 1 strike on G. That's called strike 2. G's got to go back. It's a full count. Here's the payoff. So ball 4 on G, and she works herself a leadoff walk. Big Mac's going to come in and run for her. So that brings up Brielle. First pitch to Brielle, swing and a miss, strike 1. And that's a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. That one misses. Ball 2. 2 balls. And that is 3 balls and 1 strike. Now we got a full count. That one is fouled off. We'll do the 3-2 again. So here's the 3-2. That one bounces, ball 4. We got runners at first and second here in the bottom of the second. So McCarthy steps in with runners at first and second and no outs. That pitch is in there, strike 1. There's a swing and a miss, strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes on McCarthy. Changeup is high, ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And McCarthy goes down looking. So with 1 out, that brings up Maddie. So no balls and 1 strikes on Maddie. Pitch is high, 1-1. Ball is dropped. It's going to allow both runners to advance, 2 balls and 1 strike. Two one to Maddie, right back to the pitcher. She looks the runner back at third, throws to first for the out. We got 2 runners at third base right now. And G goes back to second. So that was a good play by the white team. Maddie's out 1-3 for out number 2. That'll bring Hannah up. Runners at second and third and 2 outs. That ball is hit to short. Throw from short over to first is in time for out number 3. Here's the replay. Look what I'm able to do now. See, it was a nice hard hit right at the shortstop. She fields that ball and throws it cleanly over to first for the third and final out. So Green unable to plate any players after 2 innings of play. They still lead by a score of 4-1. Coming up for the white team, it's the top of the order. Ainsley, Haley, and Joanne coming up. All right, we are back, and that ball is fouled off. Sorry about that replay there, staying there. My first pitch to Ainsley, fouled out of play. So my batteries are no longer supporting my computer. They've aged. Ball skips over the plate, ball 1. So I'm probably about 15 minutes away, 20 minutes maybe, of my computer dying. And then this stream will be over. It's another bouncer, ball 2, 2 balls and 1 strike. That ball is popped up out of play. Strike 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Oh, I'm sorry, this is Eden. That's right, this is Eden that's up, not Ainsley. So she was at bat when Jay Lee tried stealing home. Here's the 2-2 to Eden. Change up, change, didn't quite make it. 3-2 on Eden. Time for Chevy to throw the old heater Give her the big, fat, stinky cheese. Yeah, it's a no pitch, and she's going to take first base. It's a balk. Counts as a ball. So that'll bring up Ainsley with a runner at first. That pitch is fouled off. Ainsley goes towards second. She's going to come back to first, though. That pitch skips. Ainsley's off to second. Throw to second. Not in time. Safe at second base. So the pitch was a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner at second in the form of Eden. Ainsley went down looking her first plate appearance. Chevy working through the lineup for a second time. That pitch is in there. Called strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch from Chevy. Foul. Nails Coach Dave. Here's the 1-2. That's another foul tip. We'll do the 1 ball, 2 strike pitch again. Here's the pitch from Chevy. It's a ground ball to second, and McKenzie eats McKenzie up. So we got runners at first and third now for the white team. Gonna get a runner for Ainsley. Ainsley is the catcher. Pitch low and in the dirt. Runner for Ainsley. Ainsley advances to second. 1 ball and no strikes on Haley. There's that swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. That pitch high. Ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the 2-1 from Chevy. Low and inside, 3-1. There's the pitch, and that is ball 4, and the bases are loaded for Joanne. There are no outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. That ball skips across, ball one. Here's the 1-0 for Joanne. That's in there. Call strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike against the white team pitcher. That one is fouled off. Strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Joanne. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Up and in, she twists out of the way. 2-2. It kind of helps sell it a little, I think. Here's a pitch from Chevy, and that one skips across, ball 3. It's going to allow all the runners to advance of base. And it is now 4-2 as Eden slides across home plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners at second and third for Joanne. No outs. Here's the payoff pitch from Chevy. And swung on, and that's lifted out into left field. She hesitates, throws in, always get that ball in. Do not think. Joanne rounds second, and she's forced back 2 seconds. So Joanne with 2 RBIs and a double here in the 3rd inning. Bases clearing double. It is now a 4-4 game. So with no outs and a runner on second, here's Olivia. There's a chopper. Comes to second. Mackenzie fields, throw to first in time for out number 1. Joanne advances to third base, so Olivia does her job and moves that runner over. Put out goes 4-3 for out number 1 here in the 3rd. That'll bring up Jay Lee. Jay Lee was hit by a pitch, and she's the one that ended last inning trying to sneak across home plate. Here's the pitch from Chevy, and that is fouled off of her leg. 0-1. One from Chevy, swing and a miss, strike 2. If she makes contact, she gets an RBI, more than likely. That pitch misses, ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And it's a swing and a miss, strike 3 for out number 2. So with 2 outs, Maya N steps in. Maya N walked and was left stranded at second base, her last plate appearance. Pitch from Chevy fouled off, strike. There's a pitch from Chevy, and that is in there. Strike two. No balls and 2 strikes. That one is fouled off. We'll do the 0-2 pitch again. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third. A coaching moment. After something like that, you walk the ball out. The ball got fouled off of the umpire. So out of respect, the catcher will walk the ball back out to the pitcher to allow the umpire to regain his composure. And there it is, strike 3, Maya N down swinging. So the white team picks up 3 runs, and after 2.5, they tie this game up. 4-4. Leading off for the and then Ella. Right. This is my backup battery struggling to keep. Riley, Chevy. I'm going to try again. Riley, Chevy, and Ella coming to bat. All right. We are bottom of the 3rd inning, tied at 4. Here's Riley Trude. Riley got the first hit of the game in her first plate appearance. Ooh, a swing and a miss, strike 1. Joanne took something off of that one. Little breaking ball, maybe a screwball. Here's the 0-1 on Riley. Just a bit high, ball 1. Mackenzie would have swung at it. I'm just teasing you, Big Mac. 1 ball and 1 strike. Riley pops this one up into right field. Right fielder underneath it calls for it and makes the grab for out number 1. So with 1 out, that brings up Chevy. Chevy popped out to center, her first plate appearance. The pitch is low, ball 1. Ooh, swing and a miss, strike 1. Chevy wanted to hit the scoreboard with that one. There's the 1-1 Chevy ground ball, and that gets through into left field. It's a one-out single for Chevy. So now with one on and one out, that brings up Ella. Riley True is going to come in and run for Chevy since Chevy is the pitcher. It's fouled off. Strike one. There's the pitch, and that is called strike two. 0-2 on Ella Precision. That pitch is high. Ball one. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Ella. Oh, swing and a miss. Ball is dropped. Ella is out because there was a runner at first, but Riley steals second. And there are 2 outs. So 2 outs and a runner at second. Here's Liv. Liv reached on an error. It was a throwing error by the shortstop. That pitch is a ball. Riley goes to third and is safe. So 1-0 to Liv on the third. Oh, and that's called strike one. Eyebrows are part of the strike zone. That one's way high. Catcher jumps for that one. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs. Runner at third. Liv's got to get a hit to score a run. And his green team needs a run. That is ball 3. 3-1. Oh, swing and a miss. Strike 2. Here's the payoff pitch from Joanne. And that is swung on a little humpback liner right at second base. So that's 3 outs. After 3 innings of play, we are tied at 4. Coming up in the top of the 4th inning for the white team, it's Gabby Maya S., that girl whose name starts with E, and then Eden. All due up. think it's 1-1. Brielle is on the mound for the Monsters now. This is Gabby at the plate. One bounces across. Excuse me. That's inside. Was a 3-2 pitch. And so Gabby works herself a leadoff walk. That brings up Maya S. First pitch to Maya, call, strike one. That one is grounded down the third base line. Foul, strike two. That is ball two. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Throw to first is not in time. Yeah. Gabby's going. Throw to second is just off the line. Gabby with a stolen base. Pitch was a ball. It's a full count on Maya S now with a runner at second and no outs. And that is lifted into foul territory down the left field line. So full count on Maya S. And she punches that. And there's no throw. Maya S is safe at first base. So now with runners at first and second, it's S. It's what we call her, I guess. Yes, S. And one bounces, ball one. There's a pitch swung on up. That goes back and out of play. It hit the roof of the shed. It's all right. It's a steel roof. 1 ball and 1 strike on S. Runners at first and second. No outs. Here in the top of the fourth, tied at 4 runs apiece. There's the pitch swung on. This is lifted out center field. Estelle calls for it, makes the grab, and throws this ball in. So S flies out to Estelle for out number 1. That brings up Eden to the plate. That one bounces across ball 1. Both runners advance. Runners are now at second and third. Here's the 1-0. That bounces. Ball 2. It's 2 straight bounce balls for Brielle. She's got the composure and the fortitude. She will recover. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Another bouncer, 3-0. If I knew what she was doing wrong, I might mention it now. I have no idea, though. Pitching a softball is difficult. See, that one sails high. Throw to home is not in time. So run scores. You got runners at the corners. That brings us to the top of the order in Ainsley. Ainsley went down looking and reached on an error. That's a call strike. Ball gets away, though, and another run scores. Eden advances to second as Maya S. comes home. No balls and 1 strike on Ainsley. Pitches inside, runners going to third. Tag's not made. Pitches a ball. Here's the pitch from Brielle. 1-1 to Ainsley. Ainsley sends this out into right field. And, it gets by Anna. She overruns it. Estelle hustles after that ball, throws it into the cutoff. I'm going to call that an RBI double for Ainsley. It is now 7-4 in favor of the white team. Ainsley's the catcher. She gets a pinch runner. That brings up Haley to the plate. Haley's walked and struck out and came around to score. First pitch is a ball. There's a ground ball to third, fielded by Chevy. Throw to first is in the dirt. Ella's got to hustle after it. Runner's going home. Other runner's going to third. Ella's just going to toss this ball in. So Haley reaches on an E5 and makes it all the way to third as Ainsley scores. That brings up Joanne. Joanne hit a double in her last at-bat. There are 1 out. There is 1 out. That one inside and up, 1-0. Oh, that hit her in the helmet. She ducked into it. I'm going to give her the base. Did bonk her in the head. That's why we wear helmets. So runners at first and third now with 1 out. That brings up Olivia. Olivia's got a walk, a run scored, and she grounded out. Grounded out to second, that is. Pitch is high for a ball, pops out of the catcher's hand, And Joanne's runner advances to second. Runners at second and third now with one out. That pitch is in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. That one misses, ball 2. And run comes home as both runners advance. So that's 5 runs, and we're just doing 5-run holes here. So after 3.5, it is 9-4 in favor of the Monsters white team, and we'll be back. Well, I don't know if you saw that, but Riley Trude hit that ball, reached on an E5, and made it all the way to third base. Or not Riley Trude, I'm sorry, it's Lizzie. That brings up Estelle Dallin. First pitch to Estelle is fouled off, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 to Estelle. Goes over her head, ball 1. Lizzie tying her shoes, making everybody check their shoelaces. She did slip as she came around second. So glad to see that she didn't get hurt or anything. So 1 ball and 1 strike for Estelle. That pitch misses, 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the 2-1 for Estelle. Estelle chops a grounder down to first base line, and it's fair. It's an RBI infield single for Estelle Dalin. So with the runner on first, in steps Mackenzie. Max shows bunt, pulls back, throw down to second, doesn't happen. Estelle, stolen base. Should be one pitch away from Estelle going to third. Here's the 1-0 for Mackenzie. Misses for a ball. Estelle taunting. Two and 0 for Mackenzie. Pitch is high, 3 and 0. So 3 balls and no strikes on Mackenzie. Shows bunt, pulls back, calls strike 1. And the cat and mouse with Estelle and the catcher ensues. 3 balls and 1 strike. And it's ball 4. Mackenzie takes her base. So runners at first and second for G. G walked in her only plate appearance. Got stranded at second. Big swing and a miss. Strike 1. There's the pitch. That's in there. Call strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes on G. That one bounces. Estelle goes for third, and she is in there, safe at third. You can see that replay. So pitch comes in, gets dropped. Estelle takes off a third and makes it safely to third. That pitch is high. Ball 1. Estelle forced back to third. So we got runners at second and third, 1 ball and 2 strikes on G. Oh, and that's in there. Calls strike 3. G goes down looking. So with 1 out and runners at second and third, that brings up Brielle. Brielle walked in her first plate appearance. First pitch to Brielle is high, ball 1. Bree fouls that one off, 1 ball and 1 strike. So this is a beautiful campus. This is an elementary school, I believe. Nice trees. Leaves starting to change on some, have fallen off on others. Here's the 1-1 to Brielle. Swing and a miss, strike 2. A little ahead of that one. One ball, two strikes, and one out. The 1-2 to Brielle. Change up high, ball two. Here's the 2-2 to Brielle. Swung on, popped up, first base side. First baseman makes the catch for out number two. So 2 outs and runners at second and third for McCarthy. We'll wait for McCarthy to get into game attire. And she is ready to go. So runners at second and third and 2 outs. Swing and a miss by McCarthy, 0-1. Dalin taunting off third. 1-1 is the count for McCarthy. And that one is punched foul right at us. 1 ball and 2 strikes on McCarthy. Runners at second and third. One ball and 2 strikes. First base is open. Drop third means McCarthy's going. So will Estelle, but she will wait to hit home plate. All right, and we're going to call that a foul ball. Coach Travis heard it hit the bat. So we'll do the 1 ball, 2 strike pitch again on McCarthy. One's high, ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runners at second and 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on. Bottom of the 4th inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3. McCarthy is thrown out at first, so Estelle's run does not count. And I think that's game. And that's game. This one ends up as a white team victory, as they come away winning 9-4. Come from behind victory for the 14U Monsters white team led by Coach Travis. From, I'll figure out where we are. Herman Ave in Auburn, New York. This is the Auburn Elementary School. I am the Dan-Dalin, a positive influence, reminding you, don't wait for it to be a good day, make it a great day, everyone.